Very well done, 121 students. Now the getting started module should be finished. Introductions have been written. Practice assignments have been tried and attempted, and feedback has been read, right? You're used to getting emails from me, all the good stuff, right? You're very familiar with Canvas. So now it's ready to start uh, our 121 journey. And we're going to start that with a little bit of review. This first week of our class together is your time to review and get ideas back from your basic arithmetic and what would be basically beginning algebra. Again, arithmetic, how to solve equations, linear equations, how to solve linear inequalities, how to solve formulas, how to graph lines, things that should be reviewed for you, right? So without any further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen. Again, what you're looking at is our home screen. If you go to modules, what you'll see currently right now is there's the getting started module that you went through, and here's the practice review algebra basics week that we're doing. As usual, like I mentioned, every um, module has an overview page. We'll go to that in a moment. Has some videos, has in this case some homework sets, in this case a discussion board. Please note that there's no assignment page where you can upload a guided note or practice assignments. This is your review, and I'm not requiring you to turn anything in. What you will be doing is taking a test, and that's how we'll measure how much you remember from your past math class. Well, let me go ahead and go to the overview page. When you go to this overview page, here's the video you're watching currently. And then below, I in class on Tuesday, but if you want to start now, there's a link to a PDF file. All right. It's basically what I call a pre-test. Just kind of give you an idea of some of the stuff you should remember from a previous algebra class. And as promised, there's some arithmetic work, essentially with fractions. We're solving linear equations. We're solving formulas. We're solving inequalities. We're working with slope, we're graphing lines, and working with slope-intercept form. So as promised, right, that's basically items that you should be familiar with. In class, I'll let we're going to do a little bit of this pre-test to get familiar with it, but definitely you should do a little bit of this pre-test just to kind of see where you're at, all right? And whether this pre-test goes good or bad, right? The good news is when you press the next button here, I have videos actually walking you through, all right, every single problem that's on the pretest. So I'm going to show you how, just in case you forgot. But before I go there, I just want to make sure you understand this is your week to review. So you use that the way you want to. If you think you know everything, I guess you can take that luck with you, right? If you struggle with the pretest, you better be watching. We need these items back because it's almost impossible to build an algebra base in 121 if you don't have these basics down. Extremely hard. All right. So make sure you understand I'm not going to formally lecture on this material. It's stuff you should know coming in. All right. And this is all you're going to get. The limited review I give you and the homework that I give you. We'll assess your ability to your foundation and how good or bad it is by taking our first test of the semester on September 26th on Tuesday. So be aware of that. All right. So once you're ready, as promised, when you press the next button down here, right, there's a bunch of videos, right? So pre-test number 1 problem, pre-test number 2 and 3 problems, pre-test number 4, number 5 and 6, on and on. So I basically do the problems for you. This is a good way for you to get used to my voice, listening to how I explain things. Hopefully you'll have a lot of aha moments, right? And much of this information will come back for you so that you're ready to go. All right. So again, this is for your own review. You don't have to take notes like you're going to be submitting them in future modules. It's just review for you to watch, listen, learn, get stuff back. If you press next, right, what I'd like to do is give you guys an opportunity to practice this. So what I've done is I'm not using the textbook, but I kind of stole some parts of the textbook. Section R1 is about your number system. So when you open up that homework set, what you're going to get is some view of your number system, right? Greater than or less than, a little bit of a PEMDAS, order of operation items. So make sure you've got the arithmetic down, right? If you open up the second one, right? The second one's about solving linear equations, formulas, and inequalities. So when you open that guy, sure enough, you got a whole bunch of problems where we're going over equations, formulas, and inequalities. And then last but not least, right? There's the R3, which is basically graphing lines, right? And so when you upload that, it's like my internet's taking its sweet time. Right, there we go. Right, what you're going to get is a whole bunch of stuff. So how to calculate slope, how to graph lines, how to find intercept, slope intercept, all that good stuff. All right, so this will give you an opportunity to practice. Since I'm not going to formally be going over any of this, I also uploaded an answer key for all the above. I think some of the answer key are all of it, and then some of them are just the odd numbers. So there's basically your answer key to R1, R2, and R3. All right. So again, this is your review. This is all you're getting from me, right? If you struggle with this stuff, that's probably a good sign that you're not ready for the class. Okay. If you press next, what I have is a review discussion board. So if there's some homework that you'd like me to look at, if you're struggling getting one of those answers in the answer key, if there was something on the video you would like me to break down further, this is the place where they'll ask that question. If it's a work one, I'd invite you, just like you did in your introduction page, tell me where you're at, show me, give me a snapshot of your picture, right? And then we'll help you with that. I'll either point out what your mistake is, or tell you how you could be showing your work better, whatever the case might be. So great place to do that as you prepare for our test, which is September, right, 26th on Tuesday. And so that's basically it, right? So there's, yeah, so we're back to the calendar. So there's your review module, all right? Get down to it, right? So let me go ahead and go to the overview page. As I've kind of alluded to at the beginning and towards the middle, right? If you are struggling with this review, right? The videos aren't helping you, the extra homework's not helping you, right? You get on the discussion board, that's not helping you. The class discussion's going way over your head on Thursday. That means that's a pretty good sign that you probably should be dropped back and be doing Math 114 rather than Math 121. All right, so that's something you're going to have to assess as we move forward with each other in this late start class. All right, so that's it for now. Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. Get to work, right? Get all this stuff back. You have 1 week because again, our test over all this material is Tuesday, September 26th. All right, so be ready to go. All right, so that's it for now, and I'll see you in some videos coming soon. Get your review work done.